Let's get right into that. Look at that. Bang.
Hello ladies and genitals, today we're going to be talking about Bevo. Now there is a slim chance that you may not recognise the name, but I'm sure you recognise the face. And his pearly whites. Basically he is just a man who eats food, but in an unconventional manner.
Banging, they're really nice, very nice. Carrot. Not bad, not bad.
Not bad, not bad, are the words that I'd have on my headstone if I swallowed food like this. His epiglottis is really fighting for its life right now. But maybe you're thinking, Mr. 5161, why are you making a video on a man just for eating food slightly differently? Because this man has lived rent-free on my Twitter timeline, on my Instagram, and my TikTok For You page for the last week or two. So let's forget all of the other weird and wonderful individuals that I make videos on, and now you get to feel my pain too. So from this segment, you can sort of see the basis of his whole content plan. He is the only man that choking fears. So how about we take a brief step back and take a look at the video that sort of accelerated his, well, career.
Let's get right into that. Look at that. Bang.
Sorry, can I just comment on that, like, soulless stare that he does whenever he's finished gulping? Is that the face of a man who is genuinely scared of unaliving just for a TikTok? Like, genuinely, when he does that, I feel like he doesn't actually know what the outcome's gonna be. He isn't aware if this swallow is going to be his last. But after this immaculate rise to fame, our good friend Bevo decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna team up with one of the UK's most long-standing, infamous TikTok creators, Ed Matthews. And if you don't know who Ed Matthews is, he kind of blew up around the same time as HS TikTok. Basically, they used to record themselves going to the gym, and then they would record the other one speaking to a random woman in a sexual manner. You know, content. But speaking of content, these two creators decided to gather and have a little bit of a shared interest in a Big Mac.
Listen, Bevo, Ed Matthews, Macca's thing, you know the rules. Listen, we've got Big Macs each, we've got chips each, you know the rules. Get them out, man, come on.
Fucking back them out.
Hey,
And the pineapple
cheese.
stick.
And the pineapple stick. Look, fuck that off. Cheese! You know the rules.
I've heard this man say, you know the rules, man, more times this month than I've had hot meals. However, I'm still not sure of these rules. If anyone does in fact know the rules, then please by all means let me know. And also, he's just called himself Bevo, and I could have sworn before that I've heard him call himself Bevo. Maybe we need some clarification on this.
You know the
Dig
rules.
into this first.
What we going first?
Big
We're going
Mac.
to rate it out of 10, yeah?
Go on then, bro.
Look at that. Ching ching up. You know the rules. Cheese! 1, 2. Ain't done yet. Cheese! Big up the Coke. Big up. Big up. What's it? Ronald McDonald.
Sorry, what am I actually watching right now? Two adults, one is inhaling a burger, the other is not. But he will genuinely do this until the entire burger is engulfed. I swear he must actually shit paving slabs. If Bevo used your upstairs bathroom, it would very soon become a downstairs bathroom. His stomach acid must genuinely be lava in order to pass the amount of food in his stomach. But they did have a little cutesy moment here. Oh look, they touch tips. How adorable. But would you like to see what an actual normal human being is like when he tries to eat the same way as our friend Bevo? Well, you're in luck.
No, that's a solid 8, man. That's a... Oh, listen, that's a good Big Mac. Look, everywhere in that. That's a good Big Mac. Keep choking it up. Are you good?
Genuinely, what did you expect? Eddie boy, you were born with teeth. For a reason. Clearly, you need to tell your good pal Bevo instead of letting him breathe in his meals. But you might be thinking, apart from like, you know, the occasional collab with other creators, how will the Bevo channel survive? Surely you can't take this content any further. Like, surely it's already peaked, it's already at its ceiling. Well, Bevo's covered this. He actually decides to increase the difficulty level for us.
Sausage. Not bad again.
That sausage nearly claimed him. But do you not see how genuinely mad this is? We are watching a grown man swallow sausages. And this is one of the most popular people in this country right now. But to be fair, I am kind of actually hooked on this. Because every time I see him raise that fork to his face, I watch in anticipation to see what sort of reaction we get from Bevo's face. Because I fear one day one of these sausages may be the last sausage he ever takes. Because I, in my whole life, have never seen a human being do a 60-yard stare after consuming their dinner. I feel like consuming is probably the correct verb to use in this situation, because that's definitely not normal eating. But after all of these hearty British meals, you may need a bit of a dessert. I know I need a dessert after I eat to make my tummy feel nice and good. So after a long, hard day of swallowing, Bevo decides to treat himself and his girlfriend to a brownie. Yes, ladies, girlfriend. So hands off.
That's nice, that.
The face has changed. So far, I think that is the closest I've seen him to the Shadow Realm. Not quite the relaxing dessert palate cleanser that he had in mind. I guess the pressure of the engulf appears to be slightly too much when Bevo is paired with his partner. So much so that he dumped her. I'm not joking.
Bevo! Bevo! My fucking guy, you know. Bro, too active with it. Jeez, wait, a little review on that. A tongue game was shit, I'll be honest. Big up the tongue game. Big up Bevo. Out of 10. Fucking moody 6, bro.
It's funny how that is probably the most detail I've ever seen him go into after inhaling something. Also, sorry, can we just talk about the way he's just walked away? Oh, are you done now, Bevo? On to the next. How does a man go from such innocent content, well, weird, but innocent, to going about and necking on with strangers? And Bevo, my friend, the issue that a lot of people find when they go and kiss random people is they don't know much about the person. And sometimes in these sorts of scenarios, there is quite vital and key information that is missed out. And the comments on this TikTok, a lot of the people seem to know the girl personally, and they've decided to share with us the girl's age. Yeah, that's not ideal for Bevo. Back to potatoes, I think. But I just think it's bizarre. Like, the content before was seemingly innocent, and now he's kissing teenagers. I don't know the man personally, but he seemed fairly grounded. You know, he had his girlfriend, and a lot of the videos that they made together, you know, they seemed quite strangely wholesome.
Chicken. Go on, let's see what she rates her chicken out of 10. Yeah? Out of 10?
Nice. 7.
Like, I know it's a very simple thing, right? But they actually look quite happy. She's wearing his little necklace, and you'd occasionally see him stick up for her when people were leaving quite mean comments about her eyes. So did he decide one morning, you know, you just wake up and go, I don't like you anymore? Or has he been plagued by the people around him? You know, the guy that he seems to now hang around with, who made a career out of speaking to random women in a sexual manner and asking them if they want to hold his wood. But to be fair to Edward, one of the main things that he's done very well throughout his career is maintaining people talking about him. He's done very well to stay spoken about. And a lot of this is to do with collabs and boxing. You can probably guess where this is going.
Alright, listen, Angry Ginge, Bevo, Ed Matthews. Listen, I might have one hand, but you're... Oh yeah, you've actually got a bit about you, bruv, I'll be real.
There we go, classic enabler. Ed knows full well that if Bevo gets into boxing, he gets to stay involved. So yeah, go on, tell the guy that he can box. Bevo will then go on to fight on Ed Matthews' undercard, ultimately increasing the pay-per-view sales because people want to watch Bevo, which then reflects well on Ed Matthews. It's smart, but I can't help but feel like you are exploiting the guy. But to be fair, who would want to share a ring with someone who would literally swallow their fist? But how would boxing work for this man? Because 20 seconds into a round, and he probably would have swallowed his mouthpiece. You could say that anyone that would share a ring with him would have bitten off more than they can chew. But I'm sure he's never used that sentence in his life. What is chew? But as much as we laugh and make jokes, it only makes Bevo richer. He decided to go on and share with the internet just how much that he makes from these videos.
My next month was 9k, my following month, November, was 10k, but this month already, I've made 11.2 G's, bro.
Bro, that's, nah, do you know what?
I've gone from fucking being homeless,
Nah,
bro.
that is crazy. I didn't
man.
expect TikTok to pay like that.
I do find it funny that people go on the internet to boast about their income. Like, personally, this wasn't, like, a major boast in my eyes. He was kind of asked how much that he makes from the videos, and he kind of only answered, but I know full well that I would never share that sort of information if there was a camera pointed at me. But let's do some calculations, shall we? Let's say, for argument's sake, Bevo has a good month every month for a year. So that's 11,000 times 12, which is £132,000, which is probably around 160,000 US dollars. Yes, over 100k to inhale vegetables. What has happened to the world? Like, I mean no disrespect to Bevo. Fair play. You know, you found a gap in the market and you've utilized that gap. And I'm sure he does get mocked for these videos regularly, but at the end of the day, he's the one counting the money. So I guess you kind of just have to respect it. Well, you don't, but you know what I mean. Now, just before I started this recording, I actually saw someone repost a video from Bevo, and I'd genuinely like some sort of explanation, please.
Chicken's banging. Banging. Soft. Not chewy.
Did that actually just come out of his nose? How on earth has this occurred? This man needs to be studied in a lab. But I find it funny because I genuinely usually hate watching videos of people eating. But this man, I just can't get enough. And recently he's decided to up the difficulty level to the max level. You know, this is the boss level of not chewing your dinner.
Yeah, I don't chew enough, but I don't need to chew. Watch. Chicken as well, yeah? Chicken. No chew needed. You don't need to chew your food. You don't.
Yes, you do. You're just abnormal. But how is this possible? How can an actual real-life functioning human being just inhale, breathe in their food? That is genuinely what we just witnessed. A man just engulfed chicken and rice. But obviously, you know, with all of the fame and attention, it follows with hate. Bevo has a lot of people talk about him using some sort of teeth whitening filter. Yes, it's clear that he does. I mean, he even admits it in some videos. But it's very clear that he does because sometimes you can actually see the food that goes in his mouth turns white. But it turns out this is quite a deep-rooted issue.
Yeah, man, you're good.
Oh,
You're good, brother.
thank. Oh, look at me. Oh, I knew it, bro. Oh. Man's tooth just come out.
What on earth? So apparently he went to go and get grills, which is effectively like fancy teeth. I do actually kind of feel bad for him in this instance. Like, I'm sure he will naturally have some sort of insecurities about his teeth because, you know, people bring it up to him every single day. But for one to come out whilst you're literally live on a social media platform, it must be mortifying. But actually, I don't think this was the first time it's happened to him.
What do you want to do?
I need the tooth bag.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to get you the tooth.
You're gonna get that back in.
Glue it, it's fine.
Glue it with actual super glue.
You won't really see
What?
it fully moulded around it.
Oh, wait, what? You put super glue on your gum?
No, on the back of the tooth. Yeah, well, like that.
What?
That is actually insane. Well, yeah, maybe instead of getting fancy grills, just, you know, get some proper dental surgery with your TikTok money. Like, that sounds rude, but I'm genuinely not trying to take the piss. You should probably get that sorted out, because that would scare the shit out of me. He glues his teeth together. But actually, if you kind of take a step back, then this kind of explains why he kind of discovered that he could just swallow food so easily. Because I'm sure that if you go your life not knowing if your tooth is going to fall out if you bite into some food, I think you would naturally adapt to eating in a different way. But yeah, I guess, you know, you've had an issue and you found a way around it and you've profited from it. You know, you've made it your career. So I guess, you know, hats off to you. I personally think it's fucking weird, but you know, each to their own. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free and you can always unsubscribe at any moment if you get sick of the sight of my stupid ugly face. But please do not hesitate to leave other people for me to make these silly little videos about, because I think it's fair to say we've made our fair share of videos on Alphaba. So, you know, change is good. But yeah, cheers. Bye.